Alright, so for this YouTube video, I'll be talking about game mechanics that you guys should learn. If you guys, some of you guys probably already do this, but you guys just don't notice. It just happens in the back of your head. But it's very important to understand game mechanics such as mana control, knowing when you have the advantage and when you're at a disadvantage, and when to use cards and when to counter. Right? Those are all stuff that goes through my head fighting at the peak of the best players. So as you can see, today I'm on a different account. This is my pay to win account. So this account is much higher. I'm ranked 27 in the world, as you can see. So let me go over my formation that I'm using up in here. So my formation, you probably know it. It's very similar. It's to the Chad Lucian deck that I posted yesterday. I'm using the same deck. The only difference is my spells, right? As you can see, my spells, they're not the same within the video. So one thing to keep in mind, if you're fighting at the peak, at the top, like the top 50, top 100 or top 50, you will most likely get the same players quite often. Therefore, people tend to adapt to your playstyle, and once they fought you like twice or three times, they will start to understand your playstyle and also what spells you run, so they can be prepared ahead of time. So to counter that, I have to change my spells every so often, right? So my spells, they're never the same. They're always switching, just to keep my opponent from guessing my spells and knowing what my spells are. And also, your playstyle is very important, right? So for this deck, for example, right? Like I made a YouTube video about it. For this deck, you will want to uh, do your Shannon, the Griffin, Megan, and Camille if possible, and then you want to use your Lucian for that full buff. In my higher elo, people they know it. They are expecting you to do that. Therefore, I throw a curveball sometimes, and I only do a Megan buff and straight into my Lucian, right? It throws them off guard. So understanding how to adapt to different playstyles is very important in higher elo. So that would be the first thing you do need to know is how to adapt and how to change your playstyles. So let's get into a battle record. I want to watch this one, break this one down with you guys. This one was pretty good. Did I pass it? Uh, did I? Oh, I did pass it. It's up here. All right, this guy right here, right? So this fight was pretty good. He has full team level 15 besides his Eleanor. Eleanor's 14. He has limit break on a lot of his characters, which he had a huge advantage over me. So I'll break this fight down. This fight was pretty good. Hopefully you guys can understand more about the game mechanics that's involved in the game so you guys can improve your own gameplay. Alright, so what do we got here? Here is my hand, right? Around. Alright, let's start this. Alright, so for my Lucian combo, right, it requires a lot of mana, as you can see, because normally you want to buff up your Lucian, which requires a lot of mana, and then use my Lucian. My Lucian is at 6 mana, therefore this costs a lot of mana. Therefore I am letting my mana charge up, so when I get the buffs, I can use my Lucian twice. So I have enough mana to spam my Lucian twice within the buff range. So here, I'll talk about more in game. So that's the reason I'm letting my mana sit. So in low elo, right? I'm seeing a lot of you guys are just spamming your mana right away. Like it's okay to sit. Like it's okay to let your mana sit and just let it, how do I say it? Oh, just let it increase, right? Just let your mana increase. It's okay. Like you guys don't need to spam because like a lot of people in elo like they would just spam their Griffin. Like I don't understand why would they just spam it right away? It doesn't make much sense. I'll talk more about it. Alright, so I'm getting my triple buff right here. I'm proccing my Camille down. Alright, so what I see is that I have Giant Warrior. This is really lucky. Having a Giant Warrior after I did my full combo buff, that means that my Lucian, on top of his 3 stack attack buff, he gets another 25% attack buff. This is huge. He's killing my front line, but that's fine. I want him to kill it. As you can see, he's playing it smart. Of course, he is getting his Lapis back so he can spam for that shield. He's preparing for my Lucian because he knows that my Lucian is buffed up and he is getting ready to shit out some damage. Alright, here goes my Lucian. Didn't hit for that much. Alright, let's go again. Almost dead. Okay, if he was not level 14 and 15, he would have probably already been wiped just by that 2 combo. Because that 2 combo on my Lucian, Giant Warrior plus my 30% attack boost gives him such a huge lead in attack. It's like 55% extra attack damage. Like he should have been dead, but it's because of his level advantage he had on me. His base health was so high. So I get to use my Reckless Devotion here. His Rakan did you see that? His Rakan did 3.5k damage to my Lucian. Almost killed him. Alright, so I got Lucian coming up right here, so I can use it. He got his Rakan back, which is not a big issue to me. My Lucian should wipe his team. Yep, now I wait, right? So, knowing that you have the advantage is right now. Because, like, if you look at his team, I wish I can go back. But if you can look at his team earlier, I can tell that if we were to just not if both of us were not to cast any spells, I would win. I have the advantage in this fight because my auto attacks are going to kill him first before he can kill me. That means that I have an advantage and he has to cast a spell first, which gives me the opportunity to counter. So we see this play right here. He uses Lapis. He doesn't have a choice because he knows he's going to lose this. Therefore, he's forced to use a spell. And with that, I follow up with the Lucian. Boom. Just his Rakan left right here, which is a big issue. So in order to deal with this Rakan, I use my Orion, of course. Orion in a 1v1 is obviously the best. Chain lock, chain CC, and a lot of damage for single target. Yeah, there's nothing else he can do here. He's pretty much dead. Yeah, chain CC on Rakan is really powerful. Just spam Rakan. I mean, not Rakan. Orion. Sorry if I said Rakan. I mean Orion. Just spam your Orion. Easy. So playing smart, you can actually win some of these matchups as long as you play smart and you had a good comp as well. The Chad Lucian comp that I built for you guys yesterday is very powerful. On my pay to win account, I climbed from 4K to where I'm at right now, 4,700 with this deck. Like, it's really powerful. You guys should definitely use it. Let's see if we can break. Okay, let's break down the fight where I lost to him, right? So I fought him again, and I lost this time. Obviously, you can't win all the time against huge whales like that. My win rate is 50% with him, so I win one and I lose one. So let's look at some of the mistakes that I made this fight, if I made any, or maybe he just played better. Alright, starting off again. You see what he did there? He spammed his Griffin, and I'm holding on. You don't need to spam your Griffin. Like, here, I think if we go deeper, this is a better example right here. So I'm waiting. I use my Griffin right now. Alright, notice, so given that I have a choice between using Megan and using Shannon, right? You might think there's no difference in using Shannon first or using Megan, but there is actually a difference. All right, using Megan will allow my buff to be refreshed at 3 stacks, so I'll be getting 30%, right? But the thing is, I can let it sit. Why would I use Megan ahead of time and to just it? Because if I use Megan right now, I would get rid of the 20% speed up I currently have. I'll get rid of it and replace it with a triple. But if I were to use Megan later, when this one's almost gone, I get more value. Do you see what I'm saying here? Because I can wait longer, right, and then use my Megan. Like, like if this speed up is almost out, I can use Megan and refresh that right back to triple. Same, like it'll be the same as if I were to use Megan earlier instead of Shannon. So basically, I'm taking advantage of my double speed up that my Griffin applied. I'm using it to this max value, as you can see. Like these are just small things that you gotta understand is understanding how to keep your buff alive and when to refresh it. So let's keep playing. All right, now I use Megan to refresh my buff. That this gives my Griffin speed up value. Like there's more value in it because I'm using that 20% longer, and now I'm using my Megan for 30% refresh boost. All right, here's his Lapis here. Again, smart play. Ooh, he got a nice freezing. I used Camille there. So one of the main reasons that was different from last fight was I was lucky enough to get Giant Warrior again as my first spell, but I was not lucky enough to get it in my hand to use it on my Lucian for his combo. That was the problem. So I had to. So my first Lucian, I didn't use the Giant buff. That was also a mistake on my part. I could have waited a little longer as my attack buff is not running out yet. I proc my Giant Warrior, and I'm gonna get my Lucian back here. Ooh, he played pretty well. I fought this guy back to back, so he learned my playstyle and he has adapt to it, which you can tell he's a good player. Knowing when to adapt to your opponent, like that is like a crucial skill that you guys all should have in every elo. Yeah, so again, in that one fight, right? He used his Eleanor to counter my Lucian, which is pretty good, because Eleanor gives a crit resist shield, so my Lucian has a lower chance of critting, which basically denied my Lucian more damage. And I made a mistake here. I should not have used Orion. Orion serves absolutely no purpose here, but I think I panicked because look at that. An army of level 15s is marching onto my back line, and there's nothing I could have done. Yeah, so I shouldn't use Orion. That was a mistake. If I waited for my Joker here, I would have been much better. I could have maybe cleared out most of his units with my Joker. Alright, now I'm just waiting for my Joker. He also made a mistake. Earlier, he could have waited for me to use my spell first because he had the advantage in that fight, right? He has 8 mobs up, therefore his auto damage is a lot higher than mine. So he will kill me. He will kill me in an auto battle. Therefore, he has the advantage and I'm at a disadvantage. That means that if I'm at a disadvantage, I will have to cast a spell to try to change the outcome of the fight. But he made a mistake there. Even though he has the lead, he decided to use his Eleanor first, which gives me an opening to counter to try to change the situation. But even after countering, he still have the advantage. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 auto attacks up, and I have 4. Therefore, if we were both not to do anything here, I would lose the fight. Therefore, I have to cast the spell again or hope he makes another mistake. Nice. So instead, he decided to take the initiative because I can't spam Lucian. He knows that I just used my Lucian earlier, therefore I won't have enough Lucian. I won't have enough mana within this time frame to use Lucian again. So he played that pretty well. So this tells you that he understands mana control. He's counting my mana and he has mana feel. He has a understanding of how much mana is in my hand right now. Yep. See, he waited for me because Again, in that situation, I'm at a disadvantage. I have to use a spell first to try to change this fight around to give me the advantage, and he was just waiting for me. He played a really nice blood shield. Look at that, and that's it. I just lost. I tried to transfer that with the counter, but I already know it. I can't win this. Yep. Because currently, right now, right, even he knows he wins for sure. Because I have no mana. I'm pretty poor on mana right now, and he has so many units, and I just lose right there. Using Fireball to finish me off. GG. Yeah. So that was a. I mean, you can't win. You can't win all the time. All right. You can't win all the time. It's just not possible. Just not possible. All right, just a recap on everything that we went over today. Number one, know how to adapt to new playstyles. Number two, mana control and mana flow. Make sure that you have an understanding of how that works. And number three, know when you have the advantage and know when you're at a disadvantage. And number four, is that it? Oh, I guess that's it. Well, anyways, so make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, of course. It really does help out. It really does help me out as a content creator. And also, my Discord link is in the description. Damn, I can't speak today. So make sure that you go check that out. And when you do join Discord, go to the mobile games channel to check your Summoner's War role. So that way you can see the channels that we're talking on right now about this game. And also, I will be. Ooh, let me catch that real quick. You already know, man. We're superior. We out here sniping these donations. All right. Anyways, okay. So back to let's go. Oh, so back to what I was saying earlier. So what was I saying? Well, I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. I guess this is okay to end the video this way. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.